Welcome back to Consol Energy Park in Washington, Pennsylvania on a beautiful day for baseball where the visiting Mercyhurst Lakers will be in town to take on the California Vulcans in a PSAC West divisional matchup. Once again, alongside of Zach Lamar, my name is Cody Jeanette. We're so thankful you could be with us here today, Zach, and the Vulcans are just taking the field already. Mercyhurst's first batter is about to step up to the plate. What are our starting lineups like?
Well, we'll start with Mercyhurst, who is going to bat first as the away team. We'll start Joe Pantano, who is playing shortstop. Siegel playing center field. Cox at third base. Popillo, designated hitter. Jake Marinelli, the catcher, batting fifth. Saia playing left field, batting sixth. Hank Morrison, our player to watch, batting seventh, playing first. Thomas Sohn playing right field, batting eighth. And then Martinez batting ninth and playing second base. And the pitcher for the Lakers today is Joe Nyashinsky, number 19. Of course, designated hitters in college ball. We will not be seeing him until the bottom of the first. We'll go ahead. California, their defensive lineup. You have Fennell at third base or in left field. Zorowski at short. Marcus at first. Carson in center. Gasty in right. Yorgel catching. Morales at second base. Mitko is the designated hitter for Justin Taylor, today's starting pitcher.
We're seeing Pantano step up to the plate. We are moments away from first pitch. Pantano, the shortstop, he's a right-hander, will be stepping into the dish for the first pitch of the game. 68 degrees, blue skies, and we are underway with a line drive to right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Pantano stops at first base, and first pitch of the game, we see a leadoff single.
And Pantano on the year hitting 276. 27 hits coming in the contest. First pitch swinging, getting contact right into the ball, driving it to right center field. And with the turf field, a lot more bounces and not rolling towards the wall with a lot of speed. Pantano staying at first.
Ryan Siegel in the plate now shows a bunt, but pulls it back. Takes a called strike. It is 0-1.
And that was a strike. I actually did not see the strike call, so good eyes right there, Cody. It's hard to see the numbers from the scoreboard where we were sitting. The sun's kind of right there, but Taylor getting ahead in the count here. So we're going to get time. Looks like Siegel was trying to lay a bunt down, but pulled it back at the last second.
Pulling back and getting the Pantano, the leadoff man, to second base. Here's the next pitch. It is a fly ball curving left. That will hook foul and out of play. The count is 0-2.
And Taylor right now, he's hitting a lot of bats. Luckily that one went foul. Left fielder, or he's playing well off the line. We talked to Coach Conti. He loves playing no doubles. Playing off the line there, you hit one down the line, that could be a double anyways.
Throw to first, and Pantano makes it back standing safely. Justin Taylor keeping an eye on him. Once again takes his lead, and Taylor sets. The next pitch delivered, and is a swing ground ball to second base. 4-6-3 on the twin kill. 2 outs in the top of the first.
And that was a beautiful double play right there. Bouncing ball to second base. Starting the 4-6-3 double play. That one was started by Giovanni Morales, then went to Zorowski all the way over to Marcus, getting the twin kill right there. We're going to see Cox come up to the plate now with 2 outs.
Brendan Cox, another right-hander, sets to face Taylor. The first pitch is taken high for ball 1.
That is the first ball Taylor has thrown today. Really been a free swinging Mercyhurst team so far.
The second pitch is taken for a called strike. Taylor jumps back ahead of the count. It is 1-1. Taylor sets and delivers. The pitch is fouled away way far off to the right side onto the roof of the concession stand over there. Hopefully no one gets punked with that one, and Taylor gets a new ball. The count is 1-2.
And right here, you like to see maybe a waste pitch, high fastball, away curve.
And you do see something like that as there's a ground ball to shortstop. Throw on over to first, and they get the out. 3 up and 3 down to start the top of the first. A great start by Justin Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor, he let up the early hit, the first pitch of the game. Contact being made from Mercyhurst, and we talked about that before. They are a very good hitting team. They're putting the ball in play. California's defense doing a good job. Right now on the year, California, their fielding percentage, I will find it right now, 96 That's pretty good. Mercyhurst about 97%. So both these teams not letting up a lot of errors. As we're going to get to California's batting order right now. You're going to have Fennell batting first, then Orr, Zorowski, Marcus cleaning it up. Carson, Gasty, Yorgel, Mitko, the designated hitter, and Morales rounding it out for the Vulcan 9, facing Joe Nyashinsky, who on the year, Joe Nyashinsky 3-0, a 193 ERA. He has a complete game, only let up 24 hits in 28 innings, so he likes to miss a lot of bats. He has 25 strikeouts, 13 walks as well, though. So California maybe stay patient in the count, maybe get some more pitches to hit, drive him in between the gaps. Hard to tell the defensive alignment for Mercyhurst since they're not set up yet, but California plays no doubles. Mercyhurst, they may play a different style. Drive it in the gaps, get some long singles, maybe some doubles. And California, Coach Conti urged this to us when we talked to him pregame. They love to steal bases. They do not hit and run because they are 66 out of 73 in their stolen base attempts this season. And it's going to be hard to find even a major league team that does that well running the bases.
Yeah, Coach, that was one of the main points that Coach Conti was telling us about, that the Vulcans, they're a very fast club. That once they get on base, you got to keep an eye out on them because you could easily get second base or third base swiped. And we're going to see the first batter for the Vulcans step in. That is Mick Fennell, the third baseman for today's game. Fennell is a left-handed batter going against the right-handed Mercyhurst pitcher. So it's a righty versus lefty matchup.
Fennell hitting .316 on the year, 4 triples to lead the team. California has 13 triples total on the year.
Sets and delivers. First pitch is taken for...
It was
a ball, I believe.
That's actually a strike.
Called strike.
It's hard to tell. The umpire's not really giving a big notification of the strike. He's just kind of leaning up with that one.
Second pitch is grounded to the second baseman. And the throw onto first for the putout, 4-3. Mick Fennell is down. And we're going to see the next batter, John Orr, step up to the plate.
We'll get to Orr's statistics in a minute. Hitting .263, 3 RBIs on the year. He has 10 hits and 38 at-bats. Only played in 15 games, so getting a spot start here. Started 13 of those 15, but a lot of injuries this team for California this year.
Nazinski, sets and delivers the first pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. Another left-handed hitter for the Vulcans near the top of the order. Sets, delivers, and the second pitch is taken for a called strike. It is 1-1.
And Yashinsky locating around the zone pretty well so far. I've seen him in a lot of corners on the outside part of the plate against these left-handed hitters.
Nazinski delivers that one. That's taken just a little bit outside for ball 2. Count is 2-1.
And this is a good hitter's count. You look for something, maybe a fastball down the middle, try and even the count. If you're Orr, maybe look for that fastball. You don't get it, don't swing. You can still fight back.
John Orr takes that pitch for ball 3. So now Nazinski finds himself in a little bit of trouble here with the third ball called on him.
And this is basically, in my mind, the similarity to a 3-0 count. You got to get a fastball here, establish the part of the plate, get back to even on the count.
Next pitch is taken for a called strike. Now the count is full. Nazinski will be setting, ready to deliver the 3-2 pitch to John Orr. And that pitch is taken for a called strike 3. Looked like it might have gone to the inside corner. So John Orr goes down on strikes looking. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
And it's hard to tell exactly what kind of pitches he's throwing out there. We don't have a miles-per-hour radar out there on a scoreboard like some Major League stadiums do, but it looked like it might have been a change, not just a normal fastball, because it kind of looked like it had some dip down the inside corner, like you said, Cody, and it might have just hung him up there, looking for a fastball with a 3-2 count, just get hung up on the change right there.
So John Orr goes on record for the first strikeout of the game. Justin Taylor did not have one in the top of the first, and Zorowski takes a ball inside. Count is 1-0.
A very wide open stance from Zorowski, putting that right leg out there in a check swing.
Checks his swing, gets the strike call. It is 1-1.
And a half-hearted swing right there, just a little too late trying to decide not to swing at it, kind of already put the bat out there. Luckily that didn't make contact and just roll it right out to the pitcher.
The next pitch is set and delivered for another called strike. Zarowski finds himself 1 strike away from a strikeout. It's 1-2.
I'd look maybe for that change again. He also put a looper up there before it bounced into the dirt. Try and get Zarowski to chase it here on a 1-2 count. You got a lot of time to work with in the pitch count.
This pitch is grounded to shortstop. The throw on over to first for the 3rd out. And the 3 up, 3 down for the Vulcans as well. That we are scoreless after 1 inning of play. Stay tuned for the rest of the remaining action between the Lakers and the Vulcans on CUTV. The Vulcans have taken the field for the top of the 2nd inning. We are still scoreless here in Game 1 between the Mercyhurst Lakers and the California Vulcans. Justin Taylor goes onto the mound to face batters 4, 5, and 6 of the Mercyhurst lineup. Due up will be Popio, Marinelli, and Saia.
Popio leading it off, hitting .370 on the year, 30 out of 81 total, 22 RBIs to his credit.
Popio squares to bunt but pulls it back, and he takes the pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0.
Taylor, you'd like to see him maybe avoid some bats this inning. A lot of contact from Mercyhurst in the top of the 1st.
That pitch is swung on and fouled back. Taylor will get a new ball, and the count is now 1-1. Taylor sets and delivers to the designated hitter for Mercyhurst. Popio thought about swinging, but didn't go all the way around, so he takes it for a ball. It's 2-1.
That's one of those eye-high fastballs that hitters, you know, they think it looks good coming in, but have to decide not to swing at it at the last second as we get another called strike.
Popio now sees a 2-strike situation as the next pitch from Taylor gets lined into center field, almost caught by the shortstop, but it falls in for a base hit. Popio once again gets Mercyhurst a leadoff hit in the inning.
And great try right there by Zarowski. He's slow to get up, kind of leaning over right below the outfield line. He's up right now, moving around, probably just frustrated with himself that he didn't get to that one. I'm sure we had a replay of it on the screen. It's hard for us to see it, though, because it's completely right in the sun. We cannot tell. But we're going to see Marinelli come up with a runner to lead off the inning again for the Lakers.
Marinelli sets, squares to bunt, and he gets the bunt down right back to Taylor. Taylor throws onto second base. They get the force out there, so they manage to get the lead runner on the failed sacrifice bunt attempt.
And that was a lucky bounce for Taylor right there. The turf field, I think, is what really kind of hurt that bunt right there. Getting it down on the ground, it bounces right to the pitcher. He's able to turn right around, just throw it back to second base for the easy out.
Now setting in is Giancarlo Saia. He swings and misses at Taylor's first pitch, for strike one. Count is 0-1.
Saia hitting .317, 2 homers, 27 ribbies on the year. And every time I hear Giancarlo, I'm thinking Stanton, but he's on the left side and probably not as big of a power hitter just yet into his career.
Taylor's second pitch is taken for a ball on the outside part of the plate. The count is 1-1. Taylor sets. It's ready to deliver to Saia. That pitch is up high and a little bit away. Count is 2-1. Marinelli over at first base, takes his lead, and Taylor throws back over to first and gets back in plenty of time.
And not a real traditional pickoff move, just kind of a, hey, I know you're there kind of move from Taylor, making sure he keeps the runner honest.
This next pitch is a swing and a miss. Count is 2-2 on Giancarlo Saia.
And Saia swung and missed at 2 pitches now from Taylor. I don't know if they're the exact same pitch, but maybe you go back to that, throw it in the dirt, see if we'll chase it down there, maybe get a ground ball out of it.
Justin Taylor sets, delivers, then Saia stays alive, fouling that pitch back. Count remains at 2-2. Marinelli is forced to go back to first base. And even though Marinelli's at first base, it was Popio that got the leadoff single in the inning, but he got thrown out at second on the sacrifice bunt attempt by Marinelli. Taylor sets and delivers, and that pitch is fly ball into left field, and that is going to drop for a base hit. So Saia gets on base and moves Marinelli over to second.
No one right there. That is Orr in left field, not able to track it down. Looked like he stopped a little prematurely. I thought if he kept running at the pace he was going, might have been able to get it. Runner only going halfway, so probably wouldn't have had a force play at first, but I think Orr right there had a better chance than he gave himself credit for. Maybe lost it in the sun, because the sun's right above left field at his vantage point.
Hank Morrison gets set. Our player to watch for Mercyhurst. He takes ball 1. The count is 1-0.
This is already the 4th batter Taylor's facing in the inning. 2 runners on with only 1 out.
Taylor sets and delivers. Swing and a miss. For strike 1, the count is 1-1. Justin Taylor definitely does not want to let the opportune out of Hank Morrison slip away from him as he gets in a little bit of a jam now. Next pitch is inside for ball 2. The count is 2-1.
And we were talking to Coach Conti. Looked like he might have tried to go in a front door slider right there, just dipped too far down into the inside corner on the plate.
Taylor sets, delivers. A little bit of chin music there for ball 3. And now Taylor finds himself behind in the count, 3-1.
And Morrison right now, I would look fastball because you don't want to walk this guy, get the bases loaded, get a fastball over the plate. Maybe Morrison can do something with it.
Morrison actually did not have the green light there, and he takes a called second strike, so now the count is full.
And be aware, the runners, it's not 2 outs. 3-2, 2 outs, you would automatically run. 1 out, you might send them anyways, try and get in advance on a ball here on the ground.
The runners do not go. Hank Morrison swings and misses. And that is Justin Taylor's first strikeout of the game. So now Taylor will be set to face Anthony Thomason.
He is the right fielder for Mercyhurst. On the year, Thomason hitting right at 300. He has 6 RBIs to his credit. Maybe a good chance to get one more here.
First pitch fouled way back over top of the bleachers and out of the ballpark, actually. The count is 0-1.
And we're seeing Taylor, he's getting a lot more misses and late contact swings from the Lakers this inning. You saw him blow a fastball right by Morrison in the previous at-bat.
Taylor set and delivers. The pitch is taken for called strike 2. The count is 0-2 now on Thomason.
It looked like a fastball right there that just hung inside, would have jammed Thomason. If he swung at that, would have been an easy loop grounder to the infield.
Taylor sets, delivers, the runners still do not go, and Thomason strikes out swinging. That is Taylor's second strikeout of the game. 2 hits, 2 left on base, and the Vulcans will be changing sides and getting ready to bat.
And in between innings here, Cody, we're going to go ahead and look at the PSAC West standings. In front right now is newcomer Seton Hill, but that should not be a surprise at all. They were picked to finish first in the division this year. They've made 4 straight NCAA tournaments. They are 13-1 in division, 26-9 overall. Mercyhurst in second, 11-5, 19-9 overall. Then Slippery Rock and Pitt Johnstown, 3-4. California finds himself in 5th place right now, 7-9 in the division, 19-14 overall. IUP right behind them though, 6-10. Gannon even still in it. So the PSAC West is a very crowded bunch in spots 3 through really 7. Any amount of those teams could get into the playoffs and have a chance to fight for the PSAC championship. And Seton Hill, in my opinion, has to be the favorite just because of how well they've done so far. But tournament time comes, being in a new atmosphere, a lot of these teams have a lot of veteran players. You don't know what can happen in a new environment.
Joe Nasinski takes his spot on the mound for the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Vulcans are David Marcus, Ben Carson, and Chuck Gasty. David Marcus, the lefty first baseman, and Coach Conti definitely spoke highly of him whenever we were talking to him before the game started. He looks for him to break through here in this game.
Hitting .337, 24 RBIs, and from the left side of the plate, that's a lot of good production from your first baseman, who a lot of teams look to be either a very good contact hitter with some power or a big power guy with some contact in there as well as he takes ball 1.
Marcus takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Nasinski from the windup, delivers, and the ground ball sneaks through past the second baseman. Is a base hit for David Marcus, and that is California's first hit of the game. David Marcus on first base.
Marcus, like I said, hitting .337 left side of the plate, getting the smooth left-handed swing. A lot of baseball analysts love left-handed swings, which are a lot smoother, get a more line drive swing out of it, going right in between second and first into right field.
So now this is the first time of the game we'll get to see the speed of the Vulcans with Marcus on base, the threat to steal, and Jasinski is aware of it. Throws it to first base on a pickoff attempt, but Marcus gets back safely.
And Marcus 1 for 1 in stolen base opportunities this year. Rare to see a first baseman with a lot of steal opportunities on the year.
And Carson squares to bunt, but he takes the ball back, or the bat back, excuse me. Takes the pitch for ball 1.
Carson on the year, .286. He has 11 sack bunts in 11 attempts, so good at getting the ball down on the ground and advancing the runner.
Squares to bunt, but pulls it back once again. Good eye there by Ben Carson. The count is 2-0.
And Jasinski just rushing a fastball up there high in the plate, maybe get the bat under it, pop it up, and make an easy out for the catcher or the pitcher and catch Marcus running towards second base, pick him off again.
Nasinski from the stretch delivers, the bunt goes down, it sneaks up the first base side past Nasinski, and Ben Carson is safe at first base on the bunt. Seemed like it was a very solid bunt, and it took a fortunate bounce away from the pitcher and away from first base at the same time.
Yeah, usually when a bunt goes to second base like that, it's called a push. You're literally pushing the ball off the bat, getting it towards second base, because the second baseman's going to start running, or second, the pitcher and first baseman run after it. But right there, just a soft bunt. It bounced on that turf. The turf is really what's coming in the key today, because you get the bounces off that and it zooms into the infield. And the pitcher, Jasinski, not able to catch up with it. Carson now setting up first and second, no outs.
Vulcans are setting up shop here. In the dish now is Chuck Gasty. Takes that pitch, and the count is 1-0.
It's actually 0-1.
Or 0-1, I beg your pardon, excuse me.
There's a foul bunt, the scoreboard yet to operate, and you're looking down your scorecard, but Gasty on the year, look up right now, he's 4 sack bunts in 5 attempts, so he did foul one off right there, trying to get the runners over to second and third.
That bunt goes foul as well, so the count is 0-2 now on Gasty. There are still no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. We are scoreless here, Lakers versus Vulcans.
And this is a curious situation. Do you keep the bunt on if you're Coach Conti and try and risk the fact that if you bunch it foul again, you strike out, or do you let the guy swing, maybe take a couple pitches and get one into the zone?
We're about to find out here as Nasinski sets, delivers, and Gasty takes that pitch for ball 1. The count is 1-2. It looked like he wanted to swing, but managed to keep a good eye on it and take the pitch.
So we do see the bunt is off. The third and first baseman are still in, though. Wary of a possible drag bunt situation, try and run it out, maybe get a single out of it, or even worse, get the sacrifice.
Next pitch is set, and it's a fly ball to center field. It's under it, makes the catch. There's 1 out in the bottom of the second.
And off the bat, that ball looked to be soaring a lot farther than when the center fielder was, but when we talked to Coach Conti, I keep saying that, but we talked to him for maybe a good 20 minutes before a game, and he mentioned he switched from BESR bats, which are pure aluminum, give a lot of pop to the ball, to BB Core, BBCOR. And when I played down in Georgia, we had to use those my senior year. They're more like a metal bat that had the qualities of a wood bat in the major leagues. They'll slow down the ball off the bat, still give a little pop, but not as much straight off of the contact.
So Joe Yorgel will get his chance now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Still runners at first and second. It is Marcus at second and Carson at first. There's 1 out. The count is 0-1. Nasinski sets, delivers. Another high fly ball flying towards right field. Right fielder is under it, and he makes the catch. So now there are 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
And Marcus crept off second base trying to fake the tag, but honestly, from my vantage point, I was looking at Marcus. He left before he caught the ball, so it's kind of good that he decided not to go, because Mercyhurst had the argument that they would be able to throw that ball to second base and get Marcus out. That would have ended the inning for California.
Now at the plate for the Vulcans is Chris Mitko. He gets his chance. He takes the first pitch. It is ball one. Count is 1-0.
Mitko hitting 192 on the year. Only played in 19 games, 7 starts. Gets 4 RBIs and 269 slugging percentage as well.
Brzezinski sets, delivers. Mitko takes that pitch for a called strike. Count is back even at 1-1.
That was a good pitch by Nishinsky. I think Mitko's looking fastball, just threw up the looper right there, going across the zone, froze Mitko in the batting box. Not able to get a good swing on it.
That pitch sends the bat flying all the way to the third base coach's box. Mitko had a little bit of greasy fingers there, but luckily everybody's okay. The bat didn't hit anybody, so.
And what I love, though, Cody, is Coach Conti over in the third base box. That bat's coming right at him. He doesn't even flinch. He just watches that come at him and says, that's not going to hit me. That nothing's going to happen there. And we already noticed the first base and third base coaches wearing the protective helmets. That's a rule across all of baseball now. And just staring that bat down as it fell right at his feet.
So the count 1-2 now on Mitko. He grounds this ball to first base, and he'll keep it for himself for the putout. And that is the third out. So the Vulcans get 2 hits, but leave 2 men on base. After 2 innings, we are still scoreless here. Lakers versus Vulcans. Stay tuned for the third inning here on CUTV.